I just got I just got finished watching Tony play in his Let's Play of God of War. That shit kind of fucked me up. I can't hold you. That shit brought me I brought up some old memories. You know, some trauma, good old trauma. um, but why does it suck to be an artist in 2025? And that's why it makes it awesome. Sucks to be an artist in 2025 because no one really is like trying to invest in the arts for real, you know? Like, in my experience of being a visual artist, musician, dancer, a little bit of like a poet here and there, I find that the effects of art people seek and people want, but the actual cost of actually like making that shit, you know, whether that's the material costs, the, you know, emotional, mental costs, even in the even if you want to look at it in the terms of like supporting the community to which creates whatever that artistry is. I don't know. The older I'm getting, I'm only like, you know, 25. I find it difficult. I'm finding it more difficult to rationalize being an artist. Cause like, not only in 2025 are we like taking away money from art, which is already not a lot in America. And then on top of that, artists are kind of like put in this bind where like, you know, you're also a social media influencer. You also gotta like manage your you gotta manage a lot more than I think most people think about when it comes to art, you know, especially in America, because like we tend to like view art like how it was in like kindergarten, or like, you know, we just draw pictures and shit, and like, you know, are we just dancing around to music, or we just listening, making noise, you know what I'm saying? But as you get older, you begin to see and realize and recognize that like there's a lot that goes into this art shit, you know? Like it's not just, not only do you have to like be fearless in creating, you also have to be fearless in presenting your art, and then you also have to figure out how to sustain it materialistically. Um, and then that's just on like a sustainability. Then you also have to think about on like a more like different levels of it. Like first, it has to fulfill you personally, you know, ideally. You know, then you want to find a way to have it make you some money, and then hopefully you want it to like serve someone else and make their lives better. And then if you can get to that point, then you also have on a spiritual matter, like you want to be in tune with like creation in of itself. Like you want to like understand like how to create shit. Like what does that even mean? You know? But not to, I guess I am just rambling at this point. Um, but I guess I'm making this because like I've been really wrestling with like some of my depressive ideation, and just feeling sad, you know, because I feel like I'm living the life that I wanted as a kid. You know, I wake up every day. I'm making something. I'm moving my body. I'm making music, and I'm doing it in areas in which that I love to do it, you know. But everywhere that I'm in, all these spaces that I'm in, there's just this like old, like, there's just this cloud of like, damn, everything kind of sucks, you know? And that fire of creating is not the same. I still hear it here and there, mainly on YouTube, you know, through recommendations. But for the most part, it's like people are either focusing on or like purposely trying to get attention through like likes and like, you know, social media antics, and you know, people who are like trying to like, not to create a binary because we're all in the mix. Fuck, I just had a brain fart. Basically, I feel what makes being an artist in 2025 suck is the fact that not only are you struggling, but like everyone around you is struggling. So because of that, not only are you doubting like yourself, and like whether or not what you create has actual value, but you're also, you know, your audience, the people you're creating art for, at least for me, it's like, why would someone spend money on, like, why would someone spend money on this? You know, it doesn't give them any material or physical like benefit, you know? But then that equally just makes art even more awesome, because that's not the point of art. Like when I made this, I didn't make this thinking, oh, I can eat this later. I can make this to build a house. It's like, nah, like this speaks to a part of myself that cannot be expressed in the physical realm. And I guess the whole thing of like, when no one's looking, that's when it's like the most fun. Because it's kind of like, well, if no one's here, then fuck it. I'm just gonna do whatever the fuck I want. So I think artists in 2025, in my experience of being an artist in 2025 is kind of like, no one is looking, so you can do whatever you want, but also everyone's looking, so be careful about what you're doing. And that can be an exhausting thoughts to encompass. I don't know. I'm rambling. I'm tired. It's been a long day, as it always has. I feel exhausted. I feel, you know what? I don't even feel exhausted. I feel just kind of like here, you know. And that's a blessing in and of itself. So I don't know. I think I'm just kind of trying to get used to like video recording myself. I don't really do it that often. Ironically, like I perform as a regular job, and when I record myself, I feel like a little kid again on stage for the first time, and I'm staring into a void of endless eyes looking at me, you know. But I think that's really about it. Don't know if I'm gonna post this. Yeah. I love being an artist, even though it is financially probably not the best move, but it is a move. And I can't imagine my life not being an artist. I can't imagine my life not creating. So, fuck it, right?